Hey everyone, David C. Anderson from the KnifeCenter, still coming at you from SHOT Show 2022. We're here with Seth Erkenbrock from WE Knives and CIVIVI. Got some cool new stuff to look at. How are you doing, man?
Doing fantastic. Thanks for coming over.
Good to see you in person instead of on the other side of a screen like it's been for a while.
Yeah.
Got some cool stuff to take a look at though, and I think we're gonna start. Got a drop in just a couple of weeks of some new stuff. So why don't you kind of let you take it away?
You betcha. We've got a January 27th drop where we've got some new WE and CIVIVI models coming out. First one that I know everybody's been looking forward to because I read the comments is the Altus. Okay, this is a Nitro V button lock, kind of a follow-up to the Cogent that was released a month ago. A little bit smaller than that one. Thumb stud, button lock. Man, I love this knife. Like I said, Nitro V, G10 handle.
Such a great little size, about a 3-inch blade on this. You got that very acute point, high flat grind, so it's going to slice really well. Seeing more flat grinds from CIVIVI than all the hollows that you guys really made your name on. Yeah, it's cool to see diversifying a little bit there. Deep carry. Of course, you got that fun, what's the word, drop shot action. When you push that button, you can do the wrist flick out. So even though you don't have a flipper, that's real easy to get the blade moving quickly for sure.
As just about everything, it's on ceramic ball bearings, giving you that beautiful action. It's got the skeletonized stainless steel liner, the reversible deep carry pocket clip. And it feels good in the pocket. This is the one that I just grabbed and stuck in my pocket right away to use.
Well, and it's one of the things without a flipper tab and with a handle design like this, it's nice and clean, so you can get up anywhere you want on the grips there. Just do all kinds of little stuff with it. Very cool.
And that's going to be available in a wood handle as well. That looks really nice, really clean. A couple different versions of that available.
As you guys do.
As we do.
Excellent. Excellent. And next up in that drop.
In that same drop, January 27th, we have the Subjugator. This is the WE design. Beautiful carbon fiber on one side, titanium, plain titanium on the other side. Some really nice details on the pivot, the thumb stud, the screws, where you've got that beautiful brass. This is kind of like a larger kite fin. For those who are familiar with the kite fin, it's got a very similar blade, thumb stud or flipper, 20 CV. Man, this is a hot new knife from WE.
The nice thing about the kite fin is always really kind of lightweight. Like it didn't weigh you down, and that's especially with the carbon fiber version here. Still get that in the bigger blade. Kind of similar to what's the knife you released a couple weeks ago, along with the WE Elemental. Kind of similar vibe to that one as well.
Yes, especially when you look at the full titanium. We've got like a blue titanium over here on both sides. Getting that vibe. That one was a flipper. This one is a thumb stud, but very similar size, similar materials.
Similar utility in the drop point blade with the high flat grind as well. Feels really good in the hand. Dig it.
Love that one. Love that knife. We released the Ray Laconico design earlier last year in a similar configuration. It reminds me of that knife a little bit too, although that knife is a little bit taller in the handle.
The Esprit, right?
Esprit,
yeah.
So anyhow, reminiscent of a couple of different designs that have come out recently. I think this is a beautiful middle ground type knife.
Yeah, I dig it. Very nice. Well, we showed them one button lock already. But, we got to throw more flesh to the rabid throngs out there.
I know. It's not big enough. If it was just a half-inch bigger, I'd buy it. I know. Okay, here you go. Guys, this one's not available yet, though, right? This one's not out yet. I don't even have a name for it. It's the CIVIVI Pending. I've got a WE Pending over here for later.
There might be a little bit of a conflict there with the naming going on.
We'll change it. We'll come up with something. But it's another Nitro V, a little bit bigger, about a 3.5-inch blade, neutral handle, beautiful design. This one's micarta.
You guys have got these button locks really dialed in, I gotta say. High flat grind. Probably, I'm going to take a stab at this and say pricing probably similar to the Cogent. It's kind of similar size and materials to that.
Yes, right. Kind of looking in that like $80 range.
Somewhere in that ballpark. Because it's about the same size, 3.5-ish, just on 3.5-inch blade. Of course, I'm a drop point fan, so I'm liking that very much. The
generous jimping on the top gives you great purchase. You can middle flick it. We got that fuller in there.
Ooh, you might be able to.
First try.
First try. That'll never happen again.
No edits required.
Oh, I dig that. That's really nice. And it's cool to see you guys using more Nitro V as well. I mean, that's especially on the more affordable side of things, it's one of the better steels I think available right now.
Yeah, a lot of Nitro V coming out in 2022.
Stainless, decent good toughness, decent edge holding as well, especially for the money. Really nice. Really nice.
Like that knife. Yep. Stay tuned. David will let you know when that one's available.
Most likely.
Moving on to WE. Guys, this is kind of a surprise. This is another button lock that came out based largely on customer feedback. Okay, you're all familiar with the WE Malice. This is a Malice button lock. It's just slightly smaller than the original Malice. And then we had the Odium from CIVIVI, right? Fair and Forge designed, that was a little bit smaller than this.
So you got your in-between size.
We've got everything, right? You can also middle finger flick this using that the cutouts in the blade there. You've got the button that can be flipped out. You've got the flipper tab, ultra fidgety, and you get rewarded with the tink of that titanium.
Yeah.
Man, this is a nice knife.
It's a 20 CV blade steel on this?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah. One of the things I've always liked about, especially the full-size one, but the Odium as well, is the real deep carve on the edges here. It's not just, the corner knocked off. So even though it's not a contoured handle fully, you get kind of that really comfortable feel in the hand.
Yep.
Yeah. Choke up on it. Even if you have fat fingers like me, you've got a decent amount of room there. Yeah, man. Flat grind. Yeah. Your button locks are
spot on.
Are right where they need to be. That's great.
Yep. Fair and Forge came to us and said they were doing this size, and they said, hey, you guys kind of nailed the button lock. Why don't we put it on our Malice? Great idea.
When a good idea knocks on the door, you open it.
That's right.
Very cool. Very cool. And no release date on any of the stuff here so far going forward yet?
That's correct. I got a couple that I know are going to be closer to the first half of the year. The rest are just going to be kind of coming out throughout the year.
As you're able to get it into production. Gotcha.
Also, these knives that we're talking about here that are beyond the January 27th release, everything is subject to change.
Sure, of course. Yeah, it's the world we live in these days.
That's right. Most of it's going to come out. We usually don't show any prototypes or anything until it's like really close to production.
Yeah.
But for example, we have a couple of we showed a couple of versions of the press check earlier in the year. Those colors went away. We got some new colors. Materials and everything else stay the same. But
it's almost like what you can source these days kind of determines a little bit of it.
Has a little bit to do with that. A little bit to do with what the designers finally decide. As we go through the process. But generally, we stick to pretty close to what we got.
Ooh.
All right.
Next up.
Yes, guys, we have another. We have a new SNEX design. Okay, the Mini Buster was one of my favorite WE designs that we've had in a little while. I was really excited to see another design from SNEX. This is called the Vision. It is now I am trying to figure out what to call this kind of spine lock thing. Do you have a name for it?
Well, I think I believe is proprietary to him. So it's not quite like any other one out there. So we can't even just throw a
I don't know what you're thinking about.
Yeah.
But,
well,
I do. But
of course, we can say his name. There's Andrew Demko out there has a lock. I'm not saying this is like his lock, but it operates similarly, or you operate it similarly. You pull back on the spine there to do the locking and unlocking. But you can take this apart, I think.
That lock comes right out. Yeah, I haven't attempted. First time I saw this was 2 days ago here at the show, and I haven't taken it apart. But it's really unique. It's
our other Seth on our team knows a little bit more, and he was showing something about that.
Yeah.
So I hope I didn't just ruin it for everyone out there. But striking design, and of course I always love an ambidextrous lock that keeps your fingers away from the closing path there.
Yep, and we're looking at titanium and 20 CV on this, just like the others. The other interesting piece on this is the pocket clip that comes up on top of the knife rather than out the side. And they designed it. They want it to be fully ambidextrous, and that's going to take something getting used to in your pocket. It's a little bit different. I love the fact that they're thinking outside of the box and doing different things. So another really cool design from SNEX.
Yeah, very, very interesting. And even apart from the novelty of the lock and the thing back here, such a useful blade shape there. Modified sheep's cliff, Warren Cliff thing going on. But I love the angle up here, since you're going to get some knuckle clearance if you're doing anything on a surface, a work knife, even a food prep knife. You got a lot of utility in that angle and that shape.
Yeah.
Very cool. Flat grind. Yeah. Dig it.
Nailed it. Yep. Awesome. Okay, let's show you something.
Oh, wait, whoa. That's almost got 2 grind levels. I saw it reflecting there in the light.
Yeah, you've got just a little change in direction there.
Very interesting. Just a nice little bit of visual flair going on. Yeah. Very cool.
It is called the Vision.
Nice.
See that?
I see what you did there.
All right. And then now for something completely different.
Indeed.
Guys, we've got a fun design here from Tony Sentman at Real World Tactical. Okay. Tony wanted to come up with a tactical design for us on the CIVIVI line that was sharp everywhere, which was obviously
it pretty much is.
The goal was reached there, and he decided that he wanted us to make it. It was funny. We talked to Tony about the knife, and he says I want to cram it, and I said okay, we'll make you a cram it, and he said, well, I want a straight blade. I said okay, well we'll make you a straight blade, and he said, can you do both in the same knife? So we said, sure, why not?
So it folds, but it's not a folding knife.
That's right. It's got a button, and it's a 2-position fixed blade, is maybe a way to describe it, although obviously it's not fully fixed. It's a Nitro V blade. It is sharp everywhere. Some beautiful serrations on there.
So aggressive, those teeth on there. Yeah.
Comes with a nice Kydex sheath like you would see in our other knives. Locks in there with super solid lockup in either the karambit or the straight position. Glass breaker, ring on the back, not reversible but adjustable for horizontal and vertical carry.
Sure. You got one of your T-clips on the back there?
One of our Terzuola designed T-clips.
Nice.
Very, very versatile. Tony says I like options. The idea, and we'll get you guys a lot of good footage from Tony showing us how to use the knife and that. But basically he says, I want any motion with this knife to be a cutting motion.
Right.
Hence the sharp everywhere.
Yeah.
So really cool tactical design from Tony.
So interesting. This is one of those things where, I have to figure out what I'm going to say about a knife, but I really like this in particular with the sheath design here is when you go to grab it, you're already engaged on a full grip right there. You don't have to adjust anything as it comes out. You're ready to rock.
Yep.
So the speed is there, and the novel approach to the changing blade angle right there is something very cool. Nice.
It's good stuff.
Nice. We'll put that down before I cut myself.
All right. We haven't lost any fingers in the show yet.
Or now you said knock on that right now.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Next up from we have the shutter. This is a Raphael design collaboration, titanium frame lock, beautiful satin blade, upswept.
Great lines on
Great
that.
lines. Some nice milling going on. On the lock bar side, you've got some nice milling. We'll have to get some close-ups to show that.
Oh, absolutely.
But beautiful lines in there.
Yeah, check that out. I like the real fine machining lines here.
Yeah.
Real consistent, give you a little hint of texture to it. Man, it carries nicely. And this is prototype, so do we have materials nailed down for the blade on this yet?
I'm going to say 20 CV.
Good chance of it being.
There's a real good chance it's going to be 20 CV.
Man, this is a slicing phenom with that upswept blade and that real thin blade stock and that high flat grind. Yeah, buddy.
That's going to get the job done. Love the shape of the handle. Kind of locks your hand in there. Actually, we're gonna lock your hand in even more on the next knife we look at here.
All right. Well, let's do it.
Okay. We've similar style yet different. Okay. Beautiful design from Eric Oakes. This is a titanium bolster lock, 20 CV blade, super thick blade stock, compound grinds, Persian. Right now it's called the Persian, although I did see some emails where Eric was talking about maybe changing that name up a little bit, going with something like curvaceous or something on those lines. Anyway, so the name's to be determined. It certainly is. But man, get your hand in there. Feel how that just locks it in.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah. It feels good.
What's the trick there is always how to get this end, the tail end, so that it does that without pinching you.
Yeah.
And this is kind of just right. It gives you that retention without feeling, at least for me anyway, without feeling squished.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of different people handling it with different sized hands, and it seems to kind of work for a large variety of hand sizes.
It's probably a little bit of how gentle the transition is, because you can hang off the back a little bit when you go to do other types of grips with it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So love the grinds on that blade. I'm sure it'll be available in a couple of different colors and that, but
I'm liking this black with green micarta. That's
too.
really nice. Yeah. And the little brassy, bronzy accents. It's a good classy combo for sure.
Yep.
Nice.
You can see, actually, look at the top of that too. See, it's good. We got a little bit of crown right here, giving it almost like when you look at it from the back, there's just like interesting things, interesting lines everywhere on that knife. Yeah,
you just get something a little more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, so we're hollow ground here at the back, flat at the front. So you get that traditional, I guess I could say traditional at this point, but stronger tip and more sliciness there at the heel side of it. Cool.
Awesome Persian design from Eric.
Nice.
Next up, guys, we got the WE Pending. This is the other one.
The other Pending. Pending 2.
We do not have a name for this yet. But it's a cool design. This version right here is in that beautiful antique bronze that you've seen on like the Mini Buster. Mm-hmm. Kind of reminds me of that when I look at it, just because of the coloring and the milling in that.
That's always got such a cool like broken in look.
Yes.
Right away. Yeah.
Absolutely love it. So beautiful design right here. 20 CV titanium. Coming out later this year. I don't know a whole lot about this knife yet.
Sure. It's just like another nice, not quite up. Actually, we even got a hint of a drop there, but it's not the trailing point. But we do have that upswept blade again. High flat grind in this case. Still a great slicing profile.
Nice spot for your thumb on top there.
Mm-hmm. Either back here
just
or
beyond
up.
the jam. Yep.
It even works really well with the index finger. It looks like if you want to get a little bit more fine tip control going on. Yeah.
Some beautiful milling in the handle on this one, so it's very visually pleasing.
Folds up nicely, flips out nicely, like a WE should.
Like a WE should.
Yeah. Sweet. And last but not least,
we wanted to show you the Alan Eliashewitz designed press check again, because this one is getting really, really close to being available.
Excellent.
So this guy, it has been nailed down. We're going to have 4 SKUs to start with. It's going to be black and blue and gray, right? So we've got a drop point and a Tanto version in both of these colors, giving us 4 SKUs.
Nice.
And this is a titanium bolster lock, 20 CV, designed from Alan. It's been one of my favorite knives to carry and to use. This one does it for me.
Very nice. Yeah. Very Eliashewitz blade shape going on with the Tanto especially. You got that cool recurve, the swoopy sexiness to it going on. Yeah. Very cool.
The fuller can be used as a middle finger flip.
Are you putting me on the spot again?
Let's see if you can do it. Come on. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh.
It's getting worse. I'm putting it down.
I don't understand.
I got nervous.
I don't understand. It works. There you go.
All right. Cut that out. No, we'll leave it in. It's fine. It's honesty here.
It's all good. It's all good. One of the changes from the other protos that you saw earlier is the pocket clip. It was changed to a not reversible, but it comes with 2 pocket clips.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So you can still get it to follow the lines of the handle on either side. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so we milled out both sides, and it comes with 2 pocket clips to find that. Still comes with that titanium walnut cracking backspacer.
The walnut cracker.
Yeah.
I like that. I might use that from now on.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I dig it. Or melon smasher, perhaps. No, we won't call it that.
Smasher.
The other thing I always like about these fuller designs too is it does work as a thumb opener too. So if you want to be a little more discreet, you got that option.
If you can't middle finger flick it.
Yeah. Not everyone appreciates the middle finger.
Not everyone.
Some do. Most don't. Anyway, real cool. Yeah.
So that we're looking at in the next couple of months here. We know Tony's knife. This is going to be hitting dealers right around beginning of May.
Okay.
We've got the January 27th launch. The rest of the stuff comes out throughout the year. And then, guys, there's more. There's going to be a lot more. I only showed a few CIVIVI drops, and you know how often we like to release knives. So there's going to be a lot more stuff to show going throughout the year.
And of course, you'll be able to see all that stuff on our New Knives of the Week videos every Thursday, where we show all the new knives of that week. We always get to see the cool stuff right away. So Anyway, thanks for sticking around. Let us know what you thought of these down in the comments. And if you want to see the latest from WE and CIVIVI, there will be links in the description. Keep sticking around for more great SHOT Show coverage. Seth, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Much appreciated.